first weekend done. The Reds won. The Reds won away from home. The Reds won convincingly away from home. But here we are on a Monday morning, and City have lost already.
Unbelievable. Absolutely. It's one of those weekends where you know, in your ideal world, that's what's going to happen, and then it actually goes and happens. And there's going to be so much for all, and all the headlines are going to be about City as well this weekend, which is fantastic for us, because the longer we kind of go under the radar, the better for me. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've turned Sky on this morning when I got up, and they're not talking about Liverpool at all. As you say, it's all about Harry Kane, it's all about City losing. It's about City losing the last 3 competitive games.
I didn't realise that until like last night.
Because they lost to Spurs, obviously lost to Leicester in the Community Shield, and yes, I am counting it as a competitive game for the meaning of this, because it means we can rip City. And then, of course, they lost the European Cup final. Every one of them 1-0.
Yep.
And it does look like there's varying reports every single day, and you don't know where it's going to go. But there is a scenario here where Spurs just play hardball and he doesn't go.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if that happens, they look a little bit short up front, don't they?
Yeah, but Daniel Levy's got, he's got a history of that kind of thing, holding out. He wants absolutely. Look, he wants a massive fee, and quite rightly so. If you're Tottenham Hotspur, in what world do you let your literal talisman, like the most famous, the most expensive member of your squad, go for anything less than silly money?
Yeah.
And he's quite right to do that. But I was watching Gary Neville this morning talking about it and stuff, and he's absolutely right. I think if Harry Kane's not in that stadium at all, I think it's a done deal. I can't see a world where he's not leaving, because the statement that makes to the fans and to the media, he's gone, hasn't he?
And the Spurs fans are literally singing.
I know, are you watching Harry Kane?
Which, I know what you mean, but equally I sort of feel like it can go both ways. Like, the Sunday Times yesterday, Jonathan Northcroft, who we know through doing this, and, he's not a blagger, he's a good journalist, it'll be well sourced. He was saying, all this talk of it being in Tottenham's court. He was like, it's not in Tottenham's court, they've turned down the initial offer. It's in City's court. And it does feel like Tottenham will dig in and just say, nah, if we don't get the fee we want, he's not going. We'll wait until the next transfer window or next summer or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just think there was a lot of talk, wasn't there, about, oh no, they're going to get Grealish, they're going to get Kane, and they're going to completely run away with it. Like, already to have lost the game, they can't do an invincible season now.
We're already ahead of them.
Yeah,
we're ahead with plus 3 points ahead of City after the first game. I mean, that's the start to a league that we all hoped. And getting back to the Reds as well. I know it's been talked about a lot in post-match shows and stuff, but there were so many positives to take from our performance as well. And I think context is really important, because I was on social media over the weekend, and there's still been a lot of criticism about Naby Keita, a lot of chat about Oxlade-Chamberlain, who I think, was anonymous for huge parts of that game. And, it's right to be to get some criticism, but context is really important. First game back, away from home against a newly promoted side, with their fans going absolutely round the bend for it, and rightly so. The first time we get 90 minutes out of Virgil van Dijk, Diego Jota starting, Bobby's coming off the bench, and and we go and pull out a performance like that. Alisson playing like a jaguar, just knocking balls, swiping balls away. I mean, yeah.
I'm more than happy with it. I get if some people are still saying it wasn't Liverpool at their absolute flipping best, because it wasn't. But I think Klopp described it as efficient, and that's what it was. It was like, at no point did I really feel like we were going to lose the game. It was more a matter of when we put it to bed, and then we did put it to bed. So, largely the defending was good. They get in a couple of times. Pukki gets in. Obviously the chance you're talking about where Alisson makes like sort of 3 saves of sorts to keep them out. But we had other chances. Mo puts another great effort just wide. I think Mane has one block. There's plenty of other little chances there where the scoreline could have been even more convincing.
All right, the Reds, thanks very much for getting stuck into that little snippet there of Anfield Wrap content. If you want the rest of that show and much more besides, click the link below, subscribe to the Anfield Wrap Premium, and for that you will get reviews, previews, exclusive interviews, post-match content, the full it. Get involved, follow us, follow them from the heart of Liverpool. Up the Reds.
it.